Hello, hi there. This is Peter Gregg, Miami, Florida. Welcome to the Christmas Room.
Sit back, relax. You are about to watch a Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just tested this camera just a few days ago, and I was packing it up to take it back, send it back to B&H, who sent it to me so that I could try it out here. Apparently, you guys have commented that I picked the worst possible lens, but a 35 millimeter 1.4 lens is pretty important in a lens lineup, so that's the only lens I got, so I don't have another lens to test it with. So I really liked the camera. Let's do the right white. This is the right white. I'm going to color balance it by putting it here, clicking on that with the eyedropper in. For me, it's Final Cut Pro. You would use Premiere, Final Cut Pro, or whatever it is that you're using to help you white balance. Okay, so I was just packing this up, and lo and behold, I'm sitting there reading my end of the day read, having my nice cup of hot chocolate. Yeah, in the Christmas room, I still have hot chocolate all year long. Okay, so they introduced a new firmware 3.2 from 3.1. So I checked the camera before I was boxing it up, and sure enough, I have firmware 3.1. So wow, this is hot off the press. So I just updated the firmware in the X-T3, the Fuji X-T3, and let's give it a test run. So here we are. And it's the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk down that way, then I'm going to come back. I'm going to walk that way and come back. And we're going to see if the firmware update has actually helped on what a lot of you guys have said is the worst possible focusing lens for video. So I'm going to turn around, which means we no longer have a face. I do have it on face priority, and I actually have it on eye priority. I'm going to come down here to Jingle Bells blanket and stop. I don't have my glasses on because I'm trying not to handicap the camera. And then I'm going to walk back to where I normally stand. So I got to look to see where I normally stand. So this is what it did. I just uploaded this firmware. It is 20 minutes fresh. This is a fresh, brand new, delicious firmware. It's firmware 3.2 from the Fuji Download Center, and it is put out today. So we're testing it. All right, let's walk over here. So I'm going to go probably a little bit out of the frame, but we're going to see what it's going to do. I'm going to come down to the Christmas tree. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to wave, here I am, hello, and then I'm going to slowly walk back. Well, actually this time I'm not going to walk slowly, I'm going to walk normal and then come up here. Normal as possible for, what time is it? Oh, 4 o'clock in the morning. Well, I had to get the video up to see what happens. So now we're going to do the same thing and put my glasses on. It's a little bit harder. Just so you know, everything is a default setting. I haven't speeded up the response or the sensitivity, which all those kind of controls are. But this allows you to check this focus with the video right before this one, which was with firmware 3.1. So now we've got firmware 3.2. Actually, there's a 0. So it's 3.10, and 3.20. So I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to wave my hands around a little bit. Going to cover up my face. It lost eye detection. Okay, I'm going to turn around, stop. Okay, I surrender. And I'm going to walk back here. I'm going to come down. The tree should not be in focus right now, all right, because I'm not close enough at f1.4 for the tree to be in perfect focus. I need to be in perfect focus. So this is kind of like 70% of the distance between where I normally stand and actually going and standing in front of the tree. So I'm going to come and stand in front of the tree because with the glasses it's harder for it to see, but the default should be the sparkly lights. That's the candy. The eye candy for the focus system is these sparkly lights and that type of stuff. And now I'm going to walk back up to the front, up to where my normal position is. Stand here. Yep, I'm in the right spot. And now you got to see firmware 3.20. Did it improve a lot? Did it improve a little bit? Tell me what you think, because they're making a big deal. I had no problems updating the firmware, and I don't see anything eccentric or any idiosyncrasies with the camera now that it's got the new firmware. So I'm sure if there's anything, it'll pop up on the internet. The internet is famous for telling you exactly what's wrong with everything. I just changed the focus sensitivity settings to see what's going to happen. I kind of slowed everything down on how quickly it responds and how quickly it tracks me. So I'm going to make another run down this way. Come over here, turn around and stop. Again, I don't have my glasses on, so I'm allowing the eye to override the face and the eye. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to wave and say, hi, I'm over here. That seemed to trip it up before, and now I'm going to walk back up over here and see what happens. All right, so let's change it again to where the sensitivity is much more active and see what happens. So I changed it to a faster tracking. Let me take off the glasses, and now I'm going to stand here for a second, wave my hands around a little bit, cover my face with my arm, pull it down. Now I'm going to turn around, take a step and stop. Bum, bada, bum, bum. Then I'm going to walk back down. Let's go all the way to the tree this time. Hey, I'm over here. All right, and now I'm going to walk back up and kind of stay in my station. I kind of look over here to make sure I'm in the same spot every time. All right, so the one before this was +1, -4, and that would be the tracking, and the -4 was the AF speed. I wrote it down. I was smart enough to write it down this time. So now the tracking is at +4 from +1, and the AF speed from -4 now, what you're watching now, is +4. All right, so let's go back. So that's the Fuji X-T3 with the brand spanking new, fresh out of the box, 3.20 firmware. What do you think? Make a comment down below. I'm going to let you guys make the judgment call and see what you think. My judgment is, I'm not going to tell you. I haven't seen this video yet, so I couldn't tell you if I wanted to. All right, Peter Gregg, Miami, Florida. Bye-bye.
You have just watched another Peter Gregg video. Something warm, human, and wonderful happens when you watch Peter Gregg. Thank you for watching. Description of all equipment used in this video, plus any notes Peter took while filming, are always placed in the description box, show more box, or down arrow thingy next to the title on mobile apps. Duly noted.